Ring out the Gimp.
I think the Gimp's sleeping.
Well, I guess you just have to go wake him up now, won't you?
No, pretend I'm not here.
I don't think Brian would be happy if I sort of
pretend I'm not here. Just keep going, man. Keep going. This is great.
Brian wouldn't be happy about
This is great. This is going to be a movie, man, Dave, mate.
Is it not in your nature just to come underneath it and just leave a nice 5 metre putt?
Well, certainly if I'm leading a tournament by 3 and it's the last hole, I'll be very
By 3.
defensive.
By 3. It's very good in
I
running.
mean, you know, you can think of now with Fozzie, for example, to win, we won the second tournament, the biggest one of the year financially. Charles Church back in 2001, and the last hole we just needed a par. So we've got to get.
Fozzie's an aggressive golfer as well.
We've got to have 2 putts. Obviously, we come in with 9-9.
Was he chasing back pins?
Well, I told him to go 10 yards right of the pin.
Right.
Because we were coming in over water over the pin. So 10 yards right, the water was sort of 15 yards back. So I said, just 10 yards right, perfect. I said, just down that slope and just stop on the pin. Sure enough, 10 yards right he was, down the slope, little tap in. So I won't always attack the pin to win a tournament. Just play to a number, aren't you, to win a tournament. What do you need?
I were impressed that time you were telling me about that you got Brett through when you were having that bit of a wobble when he won in South Korea. Sorry, when you won in South Korea. And you got him through. You got a similar sort of number going up the playoff hole.
Yeah.
Talk us through that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, in regulation, he's playing 190 to the pin meters, and the night before we discussed that particular hole, we knew where the pin was.
Yeah.
So I said, you've got to finish no fall. We decided between us no closer than 3 yards to the pin, 3 meters to the pin, and got to be right at the pin because it was a flat bit. In regulation, he's pulled it left and got a bit past the pin.
So in essence, you're chasing a back pin again.
No, we're trying to finish no closer than 3 to the pin. We're not chasing the pin. We're trying to chase towards
This is
the pin.
190 metres
He doesn't want it close.
190 metres. He's tugged
Is this including the uphill?
playing,
Right, sorry. I apologise.
playing, including the uphill playing. So he's tugged it left. Anyway, just before he's due to chip, the other 2 got chip. Marcus Fraser and whoever else he played for. If either of them got up and down for their chips, we'd have been out.
Yeah.
We couldn't have won it. So before he's chipped, we're waiting for the other 2. I've looked him in the eyes. I said to him, Brett, the eyes of the world are watching, and the world wants you to win. Like that.
I remember watching that on TV. I can remember seeing that. You prodded him in his chest.
I was trying to hard.
You give him the prod.
The world wants you to win.
Yeah.
Because if you blow it, and he's basically blown it,
Yeah.
what's better than somebody out of the tournament and suddenly they clamber their way back in it and win the bloody thing?
Yeah.
What's the chances of that? About 50-1? So something had to be done.
Fuck off.
And I had the balls to say it when I felt it mattered.
Yeah.
Anyway, the following week in China, we went out obviously last day with Immelman. And I can't remember, we were just leading him after 3 rounds, or he was just leading us. And as we left the locker room, round 3, he was sitting down, I was standing up. And he stood up, and as he stood up to walk out, there was nobody else in the locker room. He said to me, without changing a word, the eyes of the world are watching, and the world wants you to win. And that's what he said to me. And I never ever said to him, did it have impact or not? After the week.
Give me a little shiver up your spine now.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
Me
me
too.
too.
But you come back to you come back to your 190 figure. You come back to your 190 figure.
Yeah.
When we played the playoff,
Yeah.
that morning I said to him, I want all the balls back. Don't give them away to the kids. I want the balls back.
He's good, this guy.
I was planning about the possibility of a playoff in my own mind.
Never.
See that?
Really?
He
Right,
gave
Ronnie,
he
just look at those
me
girls out there for a second. Hello. Okay, now back to you, Ronnie.
he gave me all 6 balls back. And when it was suddenly a playoff, I was watching TV, he was there not watching. I said, playoff. He immediately said to me, Ronnie, can I go to the range?
No, there's not enough time, mate.
I said, David Williams there, I said, David, can you go to the range? He phoned Andy McPhee, he didn't know. Andy said, yes, but they all can. So he said, Ronnie, you've got any balls? Because I want time to go to the range. Got any balls, Ronnie? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As planned out in the morning.
See?
Awesome.
See that?
That's awesome.
Goes up to the range.
It's different class.
What's he do? He grabs hold of his mobile. He grabs hold of his mobile.
Pete Cowan.
Phone Pete Cowan up. Why was he with Pete Cowan? He finished with Pete Cowan years ago. Because the Lakes had second tournament, said you've got to go back with Pete Cowan. And he phoned him up after disastrous round 3. I said you've got to go with Pete now. Phoned him up, spoke to Pete 6:30 in the morning UK time. Next day we got 45th to 10th. And he took a double at the last because he couldn't believe the wind was right.
He'd been at the range already, Pete Cowan.
So anyway, so he phoned Pete Cowan up. Pete told him what was wrong. Because he had one drive on the range that went before the playoff, went off right. Phoned up Pete, Pete told him. Regulation, what happens? Oh, the other thing, of course, is I asked Roger to look after my bag. So I had to go and get new balls and food. So I went to get balls, Sonny thought I haven't got food either, so I ran back to the locker, come back, everybody else is gone. Fortunately, Wesley was there, the cameraman. I said, Wesley, I need to get up for the playoff. I got up there, they were shaking hands, they'd done everything. All waiting for Ronnie.
For who?
Me. Ronnie. As in Ronnie Corbett.
The third person in picture.
Anyway, so he bangs it down there, and as we were walking off the cart path across the fairway, I said to him, and I didn't repeat it again over the shot, don't forget what you said. No closer than 3 to the pin, you must be right at the pin. And I never reminded again over the shot at all. Gets down there, gave him a number. It was slightly cooler. I added 191, and by absolute coincidence, it was within 1 yard of where we played, or a few inches from where we played the first shot. Because first time round, as you know, he was in the woods, +5. Anyway, so it's very close to where the third shot was played first time round. So I added 1 because it was slightly cooler. He said to me, Ronnie, shall I pitch 5 shorts? I said to him, no, don't forget, you told me you don't want to stop closer than 3 to the pin. So he said to me, shall I at 5-iron, Ronnie? I said, yes, perfect. That's all I said. He then said, can I have a look at the book? So I've come out with a book, my book, and the numbers were written in the book. And he's checked the 5-iron number. It was 183, big 5. Pins 191. Should pitch 8 short. I said, and I've said nothing. The only thing was, he's hit it about 3 or 4 inches too far left. Otherwise, it would have...
Sorry?
3 or 4 inches too far left. He's hit it smack on the
Okay,
pin.
I know you're in full pomp now, Ronnie, but I'm going to have to pull you again. Okay, 3 or 4 inches.
Let him go, let him go, let him go.
I know he's on a roll.
He's
but
caught.
for fuck's sake.
He's caught the top of the swell, literally 3 inches, 3 inches from the top. So it's gone slightly. If you watch it on TV, it misses the whole by.
Ronnie, pause for 1 sec. Look at the window. Look on the look right club. Okay, keep going. Go.
It certainly missed the hole by 6 inches, going left and finished 5 feet. But had he been 3 or 4 inches further right, it had a real realistic chance of going in the hole for Albatross. And what's more, from the noise, there was phenomenal, as you can imagine, there was a lot of noise. And I thought the balls on, the holes had so much noise, about 2,000 people watching as well. One of those big
What about all the
stands.
people around the world watching, mate? Come on
And
now.
them as well, obviously, yeah. They're all cheering and shouting, obviously. So then, listen to this one.
Who was in the playoff? Who was in the
Peter
playoff?
Whiteford and Marcus Fraser.
Okay, go on.
So now, as it was, I've got no idea. I thought it's in the old. So the camera's walking. First of all, he taps me on the head if you watch it as he's walking along. Then he puts his arm around me. Richard Boxall says they're just like a happy married couple. And that's what Boxy said live, right? So anyway, we're walking away and Rumford's being Rumford. Absolutely in the zone. Good for him. Is it a good shot? And I'm thinking, it's a ball. I said to Cameron, is it in the hole?
Is this in the hole?
And the cameraman said nothing. But from the noise, it was obviously within 6 inches. And I couldn't stop laughing, obviously. So we got about 70 or 80 yards away from the green, walking up the hill, and I looked at Brett and I said to him, smile! Smile, let's enjoy it! Of course he's taking his hat off, waving his hat, etc. If you can't enjoy those moments in your life, you know, it's a tough sport. It's all live around the world as well. Enjoy it, enjoy it.
100 million people watching.
Yes,
None of
enjoy
Judas
it.
chipped in.
Hey,
Could none of Judas chipped in and
yes,
beat him?
the others could have chipped in. No, they could have chipped in for another playoff hole, but they were both off the green. We're 5 feet.
Oh, 5 feet.
5 foot putt,
So they
yes.
could have chipped in and won actually.
Yes. If he missed his.
He'd have been smiling then.
Yeah, and enjoying it.
I would have no regrets about what I said. I think we can all take the sport too seriously. You've got to enjoy these moments.
And on that note, Ronnie, we'll say thank you very much for that, Ronnie. It's been enlightening.
Enjoyed it?
Enlightening. Cut.
And that was Ronnie Corbett.